Hey nerds, what's up? Was there always a shooting star? There was! I made it maybe a little too subtle. That's my bad. That has been there since I started this whole animated background. Giga nerd. Fuck you, bro. How is it going? Is the music level okay? Is everything sounding okay? Is everything sounding alright? Because we're about to heckin' do this, guys. Not gonna lie, a little nervous. It sounds good? Sweet! Alright, so, as requested, as promised, we're gonna do this tier list. We're gonna make a heckin' tier list off of the Persona 5 Cinematic Universe. Or, I guess as I'm calling it, the PCU. The P5CU? I don't know, the Jenkins 5 universe. Specifically, my thoughts, my prayers. Oh, music looked like it stopped. Why does it keep doing that? One second. Why does it keep doing that? It keeps going quiet for literally no. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I guess the in between the songs is something. Yes, I did notice that you were adding a bunch of the new faces, which is awesome. Thank you for doing so. I don't recognize half of these people, and that makes me a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm just gonna have to go off of straight vibes. Just straight up vibes. But of course, I can't go off of SABCD. I think that says F. That color's not great. We're gonna change it to, make it pink. Perfect. And dark blue, don't know. We're not going off of that. That's silly. You're silly for thinking so. So, naturally, top tier. Where our husbandos and waifus go. Of course, it is absolute I can't spell, perfection. Obviously. These are our top tier, ladies and gentlemen. Why does it look funky? I don't know. The website's glitching. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do it live. Next, of course, those are the people that you're cool with hanging out with. Those are the people that just, you know what, you're willing to give the time of day so they can sit at the lunch table. Okay, well that's centered for some reason. Also, I don't like that color. Let's make it purple. Yeah, wait, no, let's make top tier purple. Let's make top tier because purple is a really nice color. Sit at the lunch tables, most of the Phantom Thieves, so we can make that red. Oh, that's such a gross brown color. What is going on? I don't like it. Yeah, sure, let's make it green. Why not? Next, there are those people that you just go, yeah, okay. You know, you're just like, yeah, you might as well exist. Yeah, sure. I don't hate you, but just, yeah, sure. Proceed. Carry on. Oh, that is an awful color for stream. Let's have you be. That's still not good. Dark teal? Sure. Then there's those people that you're like, yes, hell yes. The, yeah, okay. The, yeah, okay. And then there's just those characters that just kind of make you sit back and go, just, you know, just, You know what? Great, because I have no strong feelings about them. You just kind of go, yeah, you might as well exist, I guess. Sure. Then there's those people that you want to walk up with a single finger to their face and go, shut the fuck up. You know? Just the shh. Yes, hi, T, what's up? We are gonna go and rank how we feel about the entire Persona 5 extended cinematic universe. The good, the bad, the ugly. Here we are. Next is the literally who. We might not actually know who these people are, but we don't want to actually acknowledge that we know them, so we're just gonna go literally who? Who are you? Who? No, we don't like them. And then, of course, y'all know who belong in this category, but it's just, it feels correct to have the deserves no rights. Will this get updated after Tachika? I don't know. I mean, I guess. Okay, it is the entire Persona 5 universe as we know it right now. How about that? Okay, well, that is just gonna be wonky, I guess. Yes, you can absolutely reshare it. Share it to the Twitch chat. Yes, absolutely do it. If anybody would like to play along with me. Does this include the dance game? Does the dance game have new characters? I don't think it does. I don't know. I've only played Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, and Strikers, which I just finished. Obviously, you guys were there. All right, so I guess we should just go ahead and get started. Okay, so first, we got little girl voiced by Tails the Fox. You know what? She's kind of cool. Like, she's a little bit nerdy, but I feel like I'm a senior in high school and she's like a nerdy freshman. And I'm like, you know what? You're pretty okay, kid. And so because of that, she can sit at the lunch table. I am her extroverted upperclassman that's adopting her and hopefully introducing her to like a lot of really neat people so that she can kind of come into her own. Maybe move on from the Phantom Thieves obsession a little bit, but that's just me. The Phantom Thief Roof was very, very cringe. You're absolutely right, but again, she's just, to me, she's like a freshman in high school. Like, we were all there at some point in middle school or high school where we were like super obsessed with like an anime, a video game, something. And just like, I see the potential in her to be like a really cool person, like a super chill person. I just want to adopt her and just be like, hey, you're sitting next to me at lunch and we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix all of this. And then I'm just motioning at her entire being. It may have been cringe, but it was good cringe, which is a rare delicacy. See, JJR gets it. All right, next is Alice. She's the kind of person that she's just like, I'm sure you know who I am. Oh, this is so awkward. I bet you're a fan. Here, do you want my autograph? And I just want to literally turn to her and go, who are you? Just because I know it would piss her off. Just because I know that would hurt her down to her very core. And that would be the only reason I'd do it. All right? All right, there's this guy. There's this guy. I think he's the kind of person that I just want to walk up to, finger straight out, like I as soon as I see him, as soon as I'm in the same room and I've clocked him across the room, my finger is already up and in the shush position. And I will literally walk up to him, stride to him in my giant long giraffe leg steps and just go shh. Listen. I don't want to give him rights. This is very begrudgingly giving him rights because he does not deserve them. But they made him seem a little hopeful at the end of his arc. I'm willing to give him a little bit of a chance, but as of right now, shush. The Walking Everything reference because he stole it seriously. All right, Little Miss Madame Mayor. I forgot her name. Haru's arc. Yeah, exactly. He offered to give refunds, and you know what? That's a start. All right, next we have Madame Mayor. She seemed like she was coming from the right place, but she just, she's not fully redeemed in my book. So you know what? She's the, yeah, okay. Like, I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you. Your jail monster thing that I had to fight was an atrocity to God. But your heart was in the right place, and Haru will vouch for you. And like, listen, I'll listen to Haru. She might have some good points. She knows you better than I do. She trusts you. I quasi-trust you through her, if that makes sense. All right, Space Daddy Dandy Fuck. You know what? He's handsome. Can I say that? Can I say that? I think he's really handsome. I think he's a handsome individual. Haru clearly gets her good looks from both of her parents. And if not for the fact that he's actual garbage, I might consider putting him up here with Madame Mayor. However, because his fight was so fucking hard, he deserves no rights. I'm sorry, Haru. May he rest in eternal unrest, in eternal unpeace, lack of peace, eternal war and morality and strife. May the afterlife be filled with nothing but minimum wage, all right? For him specifically. I just, oh, that fight was rough. That fight sucks. But it's okay, because we're moving on to our absolute perfection. There's no question. She is baby. She is our girl. We love her. Sophie, however you want to call her, was an absolute delight to watch, for going from a very robotic to a little girl basically, who's just curious about the world, and her persona awakening, like, yes. Oh, I'm still hyped about it, thinking about it. All right. I'm just, And how will Grandpa rank? She also hummed and made funny noises, and she was our Amazon lady. Like, she was our hookup for so many things. I'm pretty sure that if she got advanced enough and she was willing to look past a couple laws, she could be our hookup for a stash, if you know what I'm saying. All right, Grandpa. Good old Zenkichi. He's currently sitting between yeah, okay, and sit at the table. Because Zenkichi to me, like, if this was a high school setting, which of course it is, because we're all high school age, because, I mean, this is Persona 5, right? I have the feeling that, like, he sits at your table because he's always sat there. And you know what? He's about to graduate, so, like, there's really no point in just trying to kick him out or exclude him, because that's just kind of mean, you know? Just, you gotta take pity on the super senior, you know? I am the police. Oh, man. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, he gets yeah, okay. He's at the top of yeah, okay. Hey, move. Thank you. He deserves to be right there just because of that joke. I am the police. He stole my joke, guys. I'm mad about it. That moment was really funny, I will admit. Okay. Little Egg Boy. For those who don't know, this is from Persona 5 Royal. He was an explorer through Meme Toast. Other than the fact that he gave you really weird, like, roguelike game rewards in Meme Toast, he didn't really serve much of a function. Like, he gave you cool stuff to help you level up a little faster. Let me get to level 99 a lot faster, but other than that, narratively, he doesn't serve too terribly much of a purpose. Oh yeah, his name is Josie. He's kind of one of those characters that I just kind of sit back and go, yeah, sure. He did have a very cool car with the balloons. And he asked we were picking up flowers for him, and he drank them like a weirdo. But you know what? He served his purpose as the game. But I'm also just giving off vibes. Like, would I want to hang out with this kid? Honestly, if it was in a group setting and I knew he'd be there, I wouldn't avoid the event, but I also wouldn't go out of my way to go talk to him, you know?
Good old Rain.
Who knows? Maybe he is a connection to P6. You know, honestly, I wouldn't put it past Atlas, if you know what I'm saying. That he's in Tactica. You know, he's gonna have, like, some narrative importance later on. You know, that makes sense. Alright, so this is literally human trash. And just like Alice, I think it'd be really funny if this, like, gangster drug lord, absolute human garbage can walked up and he's like, hey, give me all your money, don't you know who I am? I would just want to turn to him and be like, seriously, who the fuck are you? Yeah, I forgot his name. Exactly. He's a human walking garbage can. The only thing I remember about him is that he tried to frame Makoto, which, that's never gonna work. And 2, he turns into a purple fly in his boss form. He is like a gang leader who's like extorting high schoolers in Persona proper and Persona Royal, because they share a lot of the same villains. He's extorting high schoolers, and Makoto catches wind because, like, she's student council president, so of course she's in charge of everybody and their, like, personal lives for some fucking reason. And he tries to like, get her to join in on the blackmail, like, be blackmailed and get money, and she's like, heck no, I'm here to save people. And then he blackmailed her, and then the whole driving point of hers, yeah, Kaneshiro, thank you. That fight was really cool. He's into this, like, grubby little fly with, like, a giant piggy bank tank thing that you fight. It's wild. Honestly, it's kind of funny because then you, like, throw out items as like a distraction, and the more valuable it is, the more likely he'll be distracted. That was actually kind of a funny mechanic. It sucked that I had to throw away valuable items, but you know, whatever. Okay, this guy. Is this Owada? Is this the politician from Strikers? Because literally, who are you? Seriously, they set him up to be this huge villain, like the second coming of Shido. Like he killed Zenkichi's wife. He's like the one pushing for Japanese Tony Stark to have Emma take over. He's supposed to be like this mastermind, and he gets taken care of off screen. We don't fight him. I was fully expecting for him to have a jail. Whenever we defeated Toby Stink in jail 6 and we had total of 8, I was fully prepared for him to be number 7. But no, he just bitches out for some fucking reason. It makes no sense, you know? The real villain of Persona is politics. The real villain of everything is politics. Are you kidding? I saw him as the principal, big build up, but end up as a fat waste of space and time. No, the teacher served his purpose. Okay, this is our first mobile game character. Her name is Katone, and we don't have a personality yet. You know what? She has a really cool vibe about her. She has like a really cool design. She has a really cool look about her. I think she's that kind of person that like once a week maybe will sit at our lunch table. Ooh, codename is Mont. Ooh, sounds kind of French. She seems like the kind of person that would be like, hey guys, can I sit at your table? And it's like, yeah, obviously, you already have a chair open, take it. And then she'll just say the most out of this world, out of pocket things. She'd be like, yeah, I went grave digging with my uncle last night. He's from France. Like, hold on. You went grave digging? Yeah, it's whatever. It's for like some kind of like weird voodoo ritual that he does. I don't know. It just seemed like a cool time. It's like, please tell more. And she's like, no. And she goes to like watches TikToks for the rest of lunch. No matter how many times you ask her what the fuck she means, she's not going to answer you. And you know what? She makes the lunch table really interesting to be at. So I think she can sit at the lunch table. All right, next is Itchy Nose. Itchy Nose was the scientist who made Emma, who was like the final boss of Strikers. She was super on her AI side, and then we said, hey, don't. And then she just goes, shit, you right. And now she's gonna go travel the world with her other robotic daughter to go understand the human heart. The Cookie Programmer, yep. A villain arc and a redemption arc, all within the same arc. Like, they rushed that like crazy. If they had done something like Makoto where they got to let it really build, it would have worked. But for whatever reason, Strikers started off really slow. Like, Alice and Ryder Dude, both of them got like really long arcs where like we got to see what they did in real life and how it affected people. And like, we did investigations, and so we saw like how that was affecting the town nearby. And we got like so much buildup. And then they were just 2-bit villains. They were villains of the week. It was very top heavy. That's a very good way to say it, Ninja. And it's very concerning because I feel like she could have benefited. She could have severely benefited from a little bit more time. And you know what? I think I would have liked that. It might have made it a little more obvious that she was the villain, because like I had a read on her from the very beginning. As soon as she walked on screen, I was like, you're up to something. And maybe more screen time would have really given her away, like really and truly. But because they tried to keep her hidden, it really, really, truly cut down into her story. And also, at the very end, like for a while there, I was like, I don't know how to feel about you. And then the ending happened where she would not shut up. So honestly, once again, shut the fuck up. Seriously. She's like, but I was like a doll. I was so emotionless. And it's like, shut. That sucks. But also, you were just giving us a monologue about taking over the world via AI. Shush. Oh, Kira Buckland's performance was top notch. I freaking love Kira Buckland, and she just, great voice. Really interesting how she was able to put a lot of emotion into an emotionless psychopath. She did such a good job. And just, Yeah, I don't like her. She wouldn't shut up at the end. Alright, so we got the automaton. If you guys remember that reference, you're old as fuck. You're entitled to financial compensation via your retirement fund. I know the point was that she wasn't emotionless, but like her cadence that Kira gave Itchy Nose was very nice because it had emotion. It had human feeling behind it. However, it was just slightly off. It always like alternated between the same two notes over and over again. They gave it this kind of you're a little weird kind of vibe, and it was so good. It was so good. I mean, you could add Wakaba, but I think I'd have to refresh the page. So, it's fine. Anyways, automaton. This is the master painter that was Yusuke's teacher. So, in Persona proper, he was this world-renowned painter. They made all these beautiful pieces of work. Well, turns out he was stealing and extorting all of his pupils for their art. Madarame, yeah. Mad Automaton. His shadow was really funny because his hair had that really weird wrapped ponytail, but it kept going up and up and up, and so his face looked like an automaton. And so listen, he was a pathetic piece of trash, and I'd love to be able to put him into the literally who column, because he's like, I'm a famous artist, I have to continue my craft, I have to do this and that, and I'd love to just be able to turn to him and say, literally, who are you? However, his final boss fight was creepy as hell. They separated his face into 4 pieces, and all of those pieces were frames like paintings, but they were 3D, and one of those pieces was his mouth protruding from a canvas, and it would try to bite you. And then his eyes would bulge out of 2 other canvases, looking like disgusting pimples. I hated that. Honestly, I would have put him up here. He deserves to be right here. But he actually deserves to be right there just for his shadow fight. Okay? I just hate him so fucking much. Man, back whenever I was creative, I did have a lot of fun with his icon in the thumbnail of my VODs, because I did add an automaton to make it, I'm pretty sure I did, just to make the comparison for people. It was great. Anyways, Shido, aka Hawk Moth, because they share the same voice actor. Literal piece of garbage. Literally the worst guy ever. Yeah, Shido, you know, the guy that Jason was so traumatized by that he suppressed him, except for the sound of his voice for some reason. That was weird. I don't know why they tried to hide that for the entire time when they gave it to us in what, chapter 2? Alright, Shido. You know, I hate him. He's actual garbage. He is hot fucking garbage. However, he does serve as a really good villain. He's always there. He's always pulling the strings. He almost pulled a fast one on all of us. You love to hate him. Exactly. So you know what? He gets the yeah, okay. Right there. No. Yeah, there we go. He's the, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, you little scamp, you know? I kept saying Akechi looks like he should sound like Adrian Agreste, and so then I found out Shido was his bio dad. I felt like a mastermind. Hey, it's really funny you say that. Oh, did you add him? Did you add him? Where is he? Oh, you didn't. Oh. Hey, T, have you ever played Royal? Have you ever played Royal? Who? Ninja, you forgot the blue-haired gentleman. Have you met the blue-haired gentleman? You know, the one that's suspiciously in your house for some reason. No, not the teacher. Nah. Yeah, no, the guy literally voiced by the same guy as Adrian. Yeah. He's there. That's a thing. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but Ninja, you didn't put him there, and I mean, that's fine. That's honestly fine. But anyways. Lavenza. You have your live reaction in Lucas's DMs. Hey, screenshot that. I want to see it if that's okay. All right, Lavenza. I do not have too many strong emotions about this little girl, mainly because we know her all of 5 minutes. Yes, Caroline and Justine are literally right here. So, what happens, and this is Persona spoilers, but also why are you here if you don't know the spoilers, is that two little girl become one little girl. And one little girl is like cryptic as fuck. Like, she loses a lot of her personality whenever she like merges. And I just... Oh. She just kind of makes me go, Like, I like her. She has a really nice voice. She serves her purpose. She's a cute little girl with a machete. Not a machete, a chainsaw to kill shadows with. And I just, I want to like her. She has a really cute design. I love her butterfly headband. But she doesn't quite hit for me. You know? And sorry, T just sent me her live reaction. Why did you think of the Danganronpa character first? What the heck? 1 second, I'll at y'all. Dang, I thought there would be an image where I wouldn't have to give it away. You know, his hair looks very dark, but it's the guy who's voiced by the same guy as Adrian Agreste from Ladybug. He's wearing a gold chain. You wake up with him in your bed. And I will thank you guys not to post any spoilers. Some people in here aren't done. Yeah, Nagito, exactly. Anyways, moving on. Toby Stank. Toby Stank. He was pathetic. He was pathetic. Like, he was Tony Stark if Tony Stark didn't actually have the brains or the charisma or anything behind him. Just the undying desire to be famous. The hero who thought the villain who thought he was a hero. Admittedly, his shadow was pretty cool. Like, his Power Ranger looking ass was pretty cool. But at the same time, he was so preachy, I just wanted to go, shut up. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure he'd be the kind of person that would like being halfway incognito in a crowd for his own release. But he's like in the crowd, like with a hat and maybe some sunglasses, and be like, hey, this guy seems like a genius, am I right? And I want to turn to him, fully recognize him on the spot, because he honestly is not trying to hide that well, and go, shut up. Get on stage and hurry and get this over with. Why am I even here? The answer is I'm probably getting paid to be there, but you know what I mean. Okay, so these are all mobile characters. Okay. she looks like either she'd be a lot of fun. Like she's the kind of person that's like, let's just go drive down the highway going 90 and blast some like, I don't know, Hannah Montana High School Musical era music, which would be a lot of fun. Or she's a really obnoxious theater kid, and I honestly can't decide. What's her sweatshirt say? She's got a spray thing on her. I'm leaning towards theater kid now. Oh, does she have a cool costume? I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. Matoha, and she's described as straightforward and cheerful. She's really starting to sound like theater kid, and that makes me want to just shush her, as I do with all theater kids. Like, listen, theater kids are great. They are passionate. They know what they're about. They love what they do. I love that for them, rather. However, comma, they do not know when to shut the fuck up. Oh, she's a baseball player. Okay. There. She just goes into the She still gives theater kid energy though. So I want to like her. I really do. But I can't. I can't bring myself to do it. All right, who we got here? Oh, is this their little mascot? Is it a penguin? Is it a penguin? Hi, Jason. See you. Oh, it's an owl. Man. Okay, well, Persona, at least in my experience, a lot of the mascot characters are kind of obnoxious. So I'm just gonna preemptively shush him. He has a much cooler design than most of the other mascots that I've seen so far. However, I can almost guarantee that he's gonna tell me to go to bed at like 8 p.m. He's calm and quiet. Okay. You're still gonna tell me to go to bed and I'm gonna hate you for it. But you know what? If you're calm and quiet about it, I'll be a little bit better about it. Oh, who's the pretty boy? Look at his hair. Look at the little foam. I bet you're a blogger. I bet you're a vlogger. I bet you're obnoxious. Oh, that's the protagonist. Oops. Okay. Preemptively, I need to name him. So obviously, the normal 5 pro tag Joker, I've named Jason. For the 5 minutes that I played Persona 4, I named him Scotty Drake. What does this guy look like? This guy looks like a Nathaniel. He looks like a nerd. Do we have any info on his personality at least? Because as of right now, I'm gonna let him sit at the lunch table, but just barely. Alright, you're gonna sit at the lunch table until I figure out otherwise. All the wiki tells me is his parents are constantly on the move. Oh, so you're like JD from Heathers. Nah, you can sit at the table. You know what? Homeboy's only gonna be here for like 2 months, but you know what? We'll enjoy our time together. Aren't they all blank slates? Nah, man. Nah, man. Joker is an absolute joker. Like, he is such a goober. Yeah, what happened here? Because it happened again. Over here. Is that a cowboy hat? What is going on? He looks like he takes himself a little too seriously with that contemplative pose. So I'm just gonna preemptively shush him. Joker is so silly! I'm also very normal about him. Very, very normal about him. Another mobile character. Okay. Do we got a name? Do we got a personality? Give me the rundown. While I summon my tea to myself. I have the tea! You know what? I honestly thought the weird like gold and white effect was also intentional. You're right here. I know, but like I want to be able to hold it. Are you right here close enough for me to hold? Hell yes. His name is Saiji. Codename is also Saiji. I think he lives only in the meme verse. Oh, I see. Is Saiji just Jose grown up? I can be. Get over here, T. Man, I want to preemptively shush him. I'm gonna keep him right there. All right, on. One of our first companions of Persona 5. She is a model who wants to do better. She's a little ditzy, but you know what? We love her for it. I think she's neat. I think she's really cool. She can definitely sit at the table. Like, she's the one who started the table, honestly. She was the first one to sit down and started inviting people over. So I don't know why I'm pretending like I have control over the table, but also I'm the anime protagonist. I'm the only one who has agency. So there's also that. You think I sound like On? That's so sweet of you. Admittedly, I do pitch up my voice a little bit during streams just because usually I'm a little on edge. I'm a little nervous, got that little edge of like, I'm doing a live performance. I have to be perfect. So maybe, I don't know. I don't quite see it, but I'm taking it as a compliment. I thought she was the first person to decide to sit at the table of her own volition. Well, that's the thing. To go with my like high school lunch table metaphor that I keep doing. She's the one who made the table. She's the first social butterfly. Because like of the original 4 team members, there's myself. I might have agency, but that does not mean I have a social battery. Frankie, who just, you know, Ryuji, who's a social outcast, and On, who actually has a good number of friends. She's the one that started the table. She's the one that like invited this initial group to the table to be friends, and then like was super cool with us opening the table to other people. Aw, you think I can do a good impression of On? That's so sweet. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, she built the table. We just built upon it. All right, I keep forgetting this lady's name. But she's the fortune teller. That's all she does. She's the fortune teller. She's like this weird little like hippy dippy lady who's from the country, that just decided to start doing fortune readings in the city to make money and make that a living. Chihaya, that's right, Chihaya. You know what? She's really sweet. If she was a high school student, I might take pity on her and let her sit at the lunch table, but she's a full-grown adult that keeps telling me that like my world's gonna end because I crossed the street wrong. And so she's just squarely in the, yeah, okay. Yeah, you serve your purpose. As like a game mechanic, she's great. She helps you build relationships faster. She helps you give you luck. It's great. Not in love with her story, though. Not in love with her story. She does have some powers of clairvoyance. Like, a lot of the things that she has predicted actually matches up a lot with what the Velvet Room people said. Which, honestly, for a little while there, I was fully expecting to be connected somehow. Like, maybe she was able to, like, step into the Velvet Room, kind of like, what is it, Maria? Somebody from Persona 4. There was another girl in the Velvet Room who's just there hanging out. But no, she's just there. Alright. Excuse me, I almost choked on some boba. Whew. Anyways. For Toothpick. Our dear foster little sister. She gets there. She gets to a point where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you can sit at the lunch table, but my God, does it take forever for her to get there. Like, she starts out as this awkward little bean. Like, she kind of starts out worse than Akane, gets to Akane's level, and then she's just barely invited to the table. Like, she's there because, like, I'm there, and she's my little sister, and I see that she's not staying with anybody else, so I take pity on her and you know, extend an invite. But I'm not super thrilled about it. I'm kind of hoping that her and somebody else from the table talk a little more often, and that she'd stop latching on to me. But that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, the hacking missions in Strikers definitely docked a lot of points. But also, like, I know I am fully cognizant of the fact that a lot of the confidants are very one note. They have to be. The cast is huge. I mean, look at all the people we already have up here. Look how many more we have to go. Like, I get it. Gosh dang it. They kind of have to be one note, but I don't know. Her one note just annoys me for no reason. Like the, oh, people are scary. You know? Like, not to mention, it's really hard to show her progress. Because to really show her progression, her arc of being able to step out into society requires a lot of animation and a lot of storytelling finesse, of which could not be allocated to her. There was not time or energy to do it. Her one note is a proud note. It really is, though. The Gremlin stand is very funny. It is very funny. You know what? She has her moments. I can see the kind of person she's gonna grow into. So I guess I'm kind of hoping that her and Akane become friends so that they can be like awkward together and then grow together and then be best friends at the end of the day. That'd be pretty cool. All right, everybody drink with me. All right. So, y'all know what I'm gonna do here. Murder husband, straight to the top. He is the worst and I love him. Everybody's favorite baby girl, Akechi. Exactly! See, you get it. Woo! You get it. He is the absolute worst, and that's why he's the absolute best. He is so pretty, and I wanna punch his face to mess it up. I mean, that sounds so bad. But, like, he's so pretty, and he's like, oh, I'm so righteous. I'm the prince detective. I'm gonna save the day. I'm so righteous. And you just want to right in the face. Like, right in the mug. Right in the kisser. Just bam. You know? But then I want to be like, oh, baby, what happened? Like, I wasn't the one that just punched him in the face, you know? Rough lovin'. I mean, a little bit, but I don't like that phrasing. He has a really interesting story. Surprisingly, out of all the confidants that we have, I think that his is one of the most compelling, which is actually kind of funny because, like, he is in the backseat for most of the story of Persona 5. Like, he's just kind of there like that, hey, I'm still here. And you're like, yeah, you are. But, like, I don't know. I really liked his story. I really liked the ending of his story. And I really wish they would confirm whether or not he is dead or not. I am fully convinced that he is alive again because the timeline in Persona 5 Persona 5 proper, and maybe also Royal, I don't remember, the timelines get messy, is that after we defeat the Chalice, time resets to when Joker turns himself in. So before the whole scheme with Akechi and murder and stuff happens. So it could stand to say that he's not Schrodinger's dead guy. He is actually fully alive. And I am on the boat that he is still fully alive. I'm hoping and praying he is still alive. Honestly. Please tell me he's alive, Atlas, please. Anyways, Haru! Marshmallow big forehead girl. She's so sweet. She's so fluffy. Don't get too close. She has a knife. Oh, he is alive. He's in the mobile game as a gacha. Let's fucking go. So I guess the mobile game goes after the Persona 5 proper timeline, not the Royal timeline. Because the Royal timeline fully has him dead. I can't believe that Persona 5 universe, we already have timelines we have to keep track of. Was this the case in other Persona games? I want to like Haru. I want to be able to put her into the perfection column. I really do. I really and truly do. Because, like, she's sweet, she's kind, her story is very compelling, but my god does she get shafted. Like, her spotlight is stolen by literally everyone else. And so, she's definitely invited to the lunch table. She's the mom friend at the lunch table. Like, An's the older sister who started the table, but Haru's like one of the mom friends. I want to be able to say she's perfection. Like, she is a pin cushion if there ever was. She looks like a cushion. Watch out, she's a pin. She will stab you and it will hurt. But just, man, the game gave me no good reason to like her. Really and truly. Strikers absolutely definitely helped. And like doing her storyline in the original game definitely helps. But just, she quickly goes from the, I'm here to the, okay, that sounds good, Joker. Because, you know, the whole thing that every partner goes through, she doesn't get the cool story because it's stolen by fucking Frankie, who we'll get to in a second. Oh, her jacket, her sweaters, her outfits are adorable. If I was built like her, my closet would match hers. But unfortunately, I would not look good in her wardrobe, so there's that. One of the few things I know about her is that her story was cut up abruptly to make room for the other story stuff. Yeah, correct. So what happened? In order to like shake up the formula a little bit, by the time we got to Haru, because like a lot of the other partners had very similar ways of entering the team. Excuse me. They decided that Ryuji and Frankie needed to have a fight. And then Frankie was like, well, fine, if you're gonna act like that, I'm gonna run away. And then he runs away and he starts trying to do a palace by himself. But in doing so, he finds Haru, they team up, and then we reconcile with Frankie, and he like kind of brings Haru into the story. So like technically shakes up the formula, technically introduces the new palace in a new way, but also technically really cut into her storyline. Like, we didn't see a whole lot of the evidence of her being, you know, emotionally, verbally, and physically abused by not only her father, but also her fiance. So like, Haru has a story on level with Ann's, and Ann got this awesome moment where it's just like, fuck you, but also don't kill yourself because you didn't get to repent properly. No, Haru was like, I don't want to be a princess that has to be saved. I'm gonna save myself. Suddenly my princess dress has a gun underneath it. That was cool. That was cool. But then whenever she gets that chance to finally confront her father about it, well, oopsie daisy, her dad dies. Spoiler alert. Yeah, her dad just gets straight up murked before she even gets a word in edgewise. Oh no, I hate Frankie for a myriad of reasons, and we'll get to him. He'll have his chance in a second. Next is Shogi Lady. If you guys saw me playing Persona, you know exactly where she's going. She's going straight to the top. She is pretty. She is smart. She has ambitions, and she knows what she wants in life, and she goes and gets it. You know, after we have to talk to her a couple times because, you know, anime protagonist gumption, I guess. Hifume, my beloved. Honestly, if she was real, I would immediately try to latch onto her and be like, we're friends now. You're pretty, you're smart, you're complicated, I love you. She's also so freaking humble. Like, I freaking love her. Oh, Lucario, I'm so sorry I missed you doing a sub. Thank you so much for the resub. She will ask you a question, not wait for you to give an answer. Exactly, that is the Haru way. I wish I could have that kind of energy. You know who she is? Well, let me give you a little rundown. You know, as the resident Persona expert. I'm kidding, I'm absolutely not. So, in Persona 5, you get this whole litany. You get like this whole like black book full of comrades and confidants that you can talk to. She is a world famous shogi player, which is in the same realm as chess, I believe. She is hot. She's smart. She was an idol, and now she's a shogi player because her and her dad love to play it, and now she loves to play it a lot. And she teaches you how to play it. Missed opportunity to teach the audience how to play it, which is a shame, because I'd love to learn how to play Japanese checkers or chess or whatever it is. Oh, you know Hifumi? You don't need... Oh, the next lady. Yeah, I avoided her like the plague, and for good reason. She is awful. I do not like her at all. She is Oya. She is a journalist. She is voiced by one of the same voice actors that was Chie, I believe, in Persona 4. She is a journalist, and she's all about going out and like finding the truth, but like she got fired for being a little too good at sniffing out and posting the truth, because like she started like going after politicians and stuff, so she kind of got blacklisted, and all she writes is like gossip columns. So because of that, where you constantly find her. Because, you know, everybody has, like, that one area they usually hang around that you can go and find them at. She's always at a bar. She's always hanging out at a drag bar. Oh, is Lala here? Oh, you didn't put Lala. That's a shame. Anyways. Yeah, she's always at the bar. She's always drinking. She keeps trying to give you drinks. And you keep having to remind her that you're a high schooler. And she goes, so what? And tries to give it to you anyways. She's the worst. Oh, yeah, Lala isn't a confidant. But she is a named character with her own icon. It's fine. Lala is a drag queen who runs the bar that Oya is constantly drinking at. And she's saucy. She is a large lady and she don't care. She's got the personality to fit it. She's like, oh, darling. And I love her. Yeah. Oh, sweetie, did you not realize? Yeah, no, Lala is 1000% a drag queen. Or at least model. Like, she's drag queen coded. I don't know if it's completely canon, but I'm like 90% sure she is. She is the best. I freaking love her. I wish to have her confidence when I grow up. Anyways. Mr. Papa Nose. Confidant? What, her? Huh. Sorry, I'm not following what you're trying to say, T. Anyways. Yeah, we got schnozzed here. Okay, so. Igor here. Igor, Mr. Papa Nose. He is the one constant factor in all of the Persona games. He shows up in every version of the Velvet Room, usually with an assistant. In this case, it'd be either the twins or Lavenza. He is a cryptic motherfucker who was there to help you. But like, he is not helpful at all. He just keeps showing up like the, hey, you're doing a good job. Hot dogs are great for warm weather. It's like that's not helpful, but also what? Oh no, Lala is not, she's not a confidant. She's just super awesome to be around. She does hire you though. She hires a high school student because she's like, you know what? You look like you need to work on your charisma. And also you need money. So here, work at my bar. And indeed, you get your charming boy points from her. Yeah, and for whatever reason, he was not in Strikers. That still bothers me that he was not there for Strikers. I don't understand it. He's the kind of character that, like, yeah, technically he helps you, but not in, like, an actual helpful way. So he just kind of makes me go, huh. You know? The twins, however, they are also invited to the table. They are also invited to the lunch table. I don't care that they're kindergartners. I do not care. They are the chaotic energy that I need at my lunch table. They are confused by the lunch lady's choices every single day, and they are willing to start a food fight about it every single day. They are chaotic. She's quiet and thoughtful. She's probably the good student that's studying, so if you need help studying, you talk to her. But if you need like a good joke or a good prank to start on, you talk to her. And they're both masochists, so as soon as you make an enemy out of somebody, just sick these two kindergartners on them. They're done for. And now... Makoto! Best girl! Yeah! Whee! No, she deserves to be higher. Yeah! I love Makoto. I love Makoto so freaking much. I cannot overstate how much I love Makoto. She is smart. She is pretty. She is awesome. See, that's like, I think Sophie and Makoto are a tie. It's kind of hard to decide who's better or not. She also has a motorcycle. I know. You know what? Just because she's my wife, like, I date Makoto in every single iteration of Persona. Yeah, she goes higher. I think Makoto is awesome. Like, as a character, she's awesome. But then, and I've stated this multiple times, that just, I relate to her on such a spiritual level. I identify with Makoto the most. A lot of her struggles about trying to be good enough, all of her struggles of trying to please everybody and in the end kind of pleasing only half of the people she meant to because she's trying so hard. Like, I feel that in my soul, and I resonated with her from the very beginning, and I freaking love her. She's the best. So would your showtime be with Makoto? Yeah, probably. I don't know what our showtime would be, but hell yeah. Talk about who? Yeah, Frankie goes right there. You shouldn't be surprised. He is the worst. Like, listen, he fills in the mascot. He fills in the mascot thing so well. He's a good mascot. He's got a nice little design. He's very recognizable. He's a great tutorial character. Like, he fills in the blanks from the very beginning pretty freaking well. But then the game keeps holding on to him for some reason. For the 5 minutes that I played Golden, their mascot Teddy, he's there, but he's not breathing down your back every 2 seconds. He isn't constantly telling me to go to bed. He's like, hey, this is the metaverse. It's kind of scary. Here's how dungeons work. Anyways, bye. And he leaves. He goes away. Frankie didn't get the hint. And the fact that he follows you to college. He's like, nah, I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna keep telling you what to do. I'm kind of on a power trip right now. And the game lets him. Absolutely not. He is superfluous. He's insufferable. I hate him. He gets one cool moment towards the end, and that's about it. Okay, fine. I'll go back to the red herring. I could talk forever about the 2 video essays that I did, but I honestly don't think they're that good, so don't go and watch them. But, like, she's a red herring. That's all she is. They kept throwing her in your face because she is a red herring. She is meant to be distracting from what's actually going on in the background. I mean, she's a hint, but she's also just a distraction. She's just the worst. I do not like her. She, like, every part of her story was done better by a previous member. Yeah, the red-haired herring. Yeah, that's why I named the video essays that. Like, oh, she's got self-esteem issues. So does the rest of the team. Oh, she doesn't wonder if she's good enough. So does the rest of the team. Oh, well, she wants to be good at something, and she is good at something, but she has self-esteem issues. Huh, wonder where I've heard that before. Wonder where I've heard that before. Wonder where I've heard that before. And okay, this is massive spoilers, so like, T, you might want to mute for like 2 minutes. Just in case. Because I do not want to spoil her for you. Gonna give you a second to do it. But she's my wife. She's not even that cute. Oh, so did you find out about her sister? I have a dead family member that I want to base my life off of. Wonder where I heard that from. Wonder where I heard that from. Wonder where I heard that fucking from. Like, nothing about her story is particularly unique. She is just there to be a pawn for the main villain. But also, she's just a red herring so that you don't look at the main villain. Her sister was on screen for 2 seconds more and I realized I liked her. Same, her sister seems so much cooler. Yeah, honestly, in terms of red-haired waifus, we already got the perfect one, so why is she here? Literally, Sophie came first. So, what the fuck? I do not like her. And the fact that the game just constantly needed her to be like that, hi senpai, I'm also here. I'm self-conscious. Hey, you can do it. Wow, you're right. Just endless thatness. Not to mention that, like, her confidant was locked behind like a paywall. And the paywall was the royal, like, 3rd semester bullshit. Listen, she is daughter material, but like, listen, if you need a redheaded waifu, she's also right there. Just cause I'm saying it doesn't mean it applies to me, my guy. Yosemite Sam? Exactly. I get they were intentionally making her perfect because that's how she viewed actual Kasumi, but why did the whole school also treat her like she was perfect? I don't know. Quite literally, so since you're aware of this, spoilers to anybody who cares. Kasumi was there to be a red herring, to be a distraction so that you weren't looking at what Maruki was doing. She was constantly like the, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm having personal struggles, so that you don't look at the quirky little counselor that's currently being like a world dictator, low key. See, that's the thing. I would agree with you, Lucario, if they had just straight up cut Kasumi. I 100% agree that honestly, the story might actually benefit from it, other than the fact that if they only added one new character, just one, and then they said, oh, there's a new big bad, everybody would have honed on to Maruki immediately. We all would have been like, oh, it's that guy, obviously. They needed a distraction, so they put Kasumi on the freaking cover. Like the, hey, look at this, it's your new waifu. So you wouldn't look at him. And it worked. It worked. I knew something was up with Maruki. He left a little too soon. But I didn't know what it was. I was like, surely they wouldn't. Maybe he'll be like a victim of the final boss. No, he was the final boss. The fuck? Yeah, dangle her like keys. Like, we're the toddlers. And it worked. At least for me, it did. Anyways, Gun Uncle! I am so mad this guy was not in Strikers. He could have been there and it would have been awesome. I think she would have worked so much better if she was treated more like a sister character as well, because I think her and Joker's relationship is weird romantic. Yeah, no, absolutely it is. So sorry, I'm jumping back on the Kasumi hate train. So in Persona proper, it is heavily implied, suggested that specifically you end up with either Makoto or An. You get a lot of time with these two specifically. That it really gives the vibe that the game is expecting you to choose one of these two. They never really lean hard enough to be like, obviously it's them or obviously it's this, but it's heavily implied that you're choosing one of these two. They fully expect you to. But then they introduced her into Royal, and immediately the game assumes that you're in love with her and that you're going to choose her as the romantic partner. And most of the replies that you can give other confidants, you have the option to like serious answer, kind of neutral answer, and a sassy answer that usually like upsets the other character like a little bit. Not so much here. A lot of the answers are sincere to her, which really made it feel like there was favoritism going on. And like, listen, I get it. If I had chose her, I would have been ecstatic that I got to have all these awesome options to like comfort her and be happy with her. But I didn't choose her, and I didn't like the game telling me that I should be choosing her because that's them trying to tell me what to do. And that ain't gonna fly. Honestly, senpai is actually an honorific that is technically correct to Japanese culture, if memory's correct. So yeah, a video of me getting mad about it. Yeah, seriously. Anyways, back to Gun Uncle, the more important guy. Gun Uncle! He is such a cool guy. He's an ex-gangster who owns this airsoft gun shop in like a back alley in the main city. But you go in and you're like, hey, these airsoft guns are pretty cool, but I know they're fake. Where's the good stuff? And he goes, I don't know, kid. You don't look brave enough. And then I flash him my brave boy points and he goes, oh shit, yeah you are. Here's the real kind of guns. Except for they're not actually real. They just look really real. But that serves our purpose. And like, he's like the cool uncle at the family gathering. You know, the uncle that your parents are not thrilled that's near you as a kid or near any of the kids because he's a bad influence, but also they can't do anything about it. So, if he was a high schooler, he would also be invited to the table. He actually might be the kind of uncle that just shows up at your high school one day and just sits down at lunch. Who knows? There's no telling with this guy. He's a loose cannon. I think he's great. His hat looks like a lizard? Oh, kind of does. It kind of matches his lizard tattoo. Joker is also perfection. He goes right next to his boyfriend and his daughter. I feel like that's fitting. Listen. I know that Joker, for the most part, is a blank slate. But like, if you watch Persona 5 the animation, aka the anime, they gave him the sassy personality. They gave him the gooberette personality, and it is so much fun to watch. He is funny. He is witty. He is goofy. Literally, at one point in the anime, he sees a theater kid with a mask, and he just like Pavlov responses and like goes right behind the kid and just goes, show me your true form, and like tries to grab the mask, and Ryuji has to like slap him across the head to be like, hey, stop that, stop. It's so funny. Joker is really, I know he's supposed to be a blank slate, and for the most part he is, but he's really, really funny, you guys. You have to choose all the silly ones, especially whenever they fluster Ryuji, because they're funny. Speaking of, best boy, golden retriever boy. I love him so much. Where do I... Normally, I put him right next to Joker so that he could be by his boyfriend and his murder husband. But then in Strikers, he got to say the fuck words. That kind of puts him up here. Ryuji is your best friend. There is zero discussion about that. He is the second partner that you ever get after Frankie. Ugh. And he just goes, whoa, this place is freaky. Anyways, want to go save the world together? And he just doesn't question it. I mean, he does question it because he doesn't understand anything that's going on. Because, like, he might dye his hair blonde, but he really is blonde, like, down in his soul. But he's a ride or die. Give him some ramen and the boy will end the world for you. And you know what? I need that kind of energy in my life. He says fuck. He says the fuck word in Strikers. Sorry about that. If you want to watch my VOD, you can go see it happen. Actually, I think somebody clipped it if you want to watch it. Yeah, he gets a super awesome moment where like the bad guy's talking down to us and he gets to say the fuck word. It's pretty cool. Oh, you're /J? Sick. Yeah, like literally somebody was talking down to Sophie, you know, our daughter. Oh wait, that's really cute. Our mom / wife, boyfriend next to our daughter with you. So like daughter's protected by people. She's in the middle next to your murder husband and your super awesome godmother. Anyways, in the game, one of the big bads is talking down to Sophie, and she's getting all down, kind of sad, and Ryuji just like literally steps in and goes, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and it's awesome. Anyways, Kawakami, she is your homeroom teacher. Insert encouraging things here since Kat can tell if I'm faking here. Hi, boss. I ignore all instances of Ryuji forgetting to drink his respect women juice. His true personality was the whole first palace. It's not that Ryuji doesn't respect women. He's just a little goofy sometimes. He forgets his manners sometimes. He's still a little guy. You know, give him a break. No, yeah, so Kawakami is very complicated for me, specifically because she's your homeroom teacher. And as your homeroom teacher, she's really cool. Like, she's kind of done with life. She's kind of snarky, and she's like, hey, like, come on. I know school sucks, but we all gotta be here. Come on. But then they add something weird to the dynamic. She moonlights, aka she has a second job as a maid. She will clean your room for you, which is very uncomfy. And I don't like it. And then like there's this whole like weird like sexual tone to it because she's like a cat maid and she keeps going like nyaster, which doesn't feel good at all. Yeah, clean your room. Yeah, she doesn't do a whole lot. She actually doesn't do a whole lot of cleaning. She's kind of lazy. She just kind of lays on your couch and bitches about her life for about 30 minutes and then asks you for money. Yeah, what actually cleans your room is you specifically cleaning your room. Fun fact, you can actually clean your room in that game. And the dust particles and the cobwebs and all the dankness goes away if you do it. It's actually kind of fascinating. Kind of a waste of time if you ask me, but you know, whatever. But because of that, she's in the, yeah. She's in the, yeah, okay. Like, if we ignore the maid stuff, if we ignore that, sure. I loved at the very end of her confidant where I didn't romance her but reached rank 10. There was instantly no more romantic tone and she was just telling me to eat my vegetables. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, yeah, she, See, that's the thing. I kind of like, if I ignored the fact that there was supposed to be romantic tones, like you could kind of see that she was just trying to like look out for you because you were looking out for her, but it was still very uncomfortable. It was not good. Anyways, you guys know exactly what's gonna happen next. Sai, my queen! My actual queen. I love her so much. She's so pretty. She is so, like, she is a class unto herself. But I can't do that just for her. That's a little too much favoritism, if you know what I'm saying. Sai is a hot, badass teacher that I want her to step on me with her high heels and slit my throat with the heel tip. Alright? Listen. She is awesome. I love her voice. She gets us out of a bind. Her story is so interesting to watch her go from the, are you on drugs, to the, oh fuck, I wish you were on drugs. Let me help you get out of here. Ugh, I love her so much. And I hate that she only gets like 2 lines in Strikers. Why can't she be a romance option? Because the game devs are cowards. But also, I have the running theory that if Sai was a dateable option, nobody would go for any other girl. Everybody would go after Sai. They had to give the other girls a chance, you know? Just damn. I love Sai! Holy fuck! She's just that powerful. Literally, I actually saw an indie game that hired Elizabeth Maxwell, who's the voice of Sai, and said, yeah, this is a Persona-inspired game, but in this game, you can date Sai, because her character is a lot like Sai, and it's voiced by the same voice actress. And, like, that immediately got the game, like, a ton of clout, like, a ton of attention, just for that one thing. Sai pulls, alright? She's got game. I could go on forever about her. She's a classy, hot, kick-ass, badass lady. There's an official animation of Sai going on a date. Where? I'm very normal about this. Where is it? You better send it to me. I need to see it. But while I wait for that, very anxiously, the kid. I don't remember his name. He's a 10-year-old boy that sounds like he's an 80-year-old woman. I want to tell him to shut the fuck up. He is constantly talking about how cool the Phantom Thieves are. And unlike Akane was just like, hey, they're really cool. And she like does something about it. He's just a little fanboy nerd. Alright? I do not like him. I think he is obnoxious and he serves his purpose. He makes guns a lot more powerful, which is actually kind of nice. Because in the original Persona, God forbid, they ever do this again. In the original Persona, Persona 5 rather, whenever you entered a dungeon, a jail, a palace, if you will, your gun only had X amount of bullets. Not per battle, per go through the dungeon. So for any enemies that were weak to gun, you had to flip through your teammates to make sure you had enough ammo on you. And so something that Persona 5 Royal did that was very, very nice was that they changed that. You had X amount of ammo per battle. So every time you restarted a battle, ta-da, you got more bullets, which made it so much more easier. So this little kid, this little shit, was a godsend in the original Persona 5. But then in Royal, he kind of got obsolete. Sai is first in line for Joker's friends most likely to become a Phantom Thief. I'm kind of sad that she didn't become a Phantom Thief during Royal. You know, not everybody. I kind of expected her to, but no, we got Mary Sue over there. They nerfed the nerd. They really did. They really, really did. Coffee Dad. Hell yeah, Coffee Dad. I like Coffee Dad a lot. I don't care that he's a grown-ass man. He's invited to the lunch table. Coffee Dad is the kind of parent that if I ever decided to become a parent, I'd want to be just like him. He's super cool. He's super chill. He doesn't ask a whole lot of questions. As long as you're not breaking the law or getting caught, he doesn't care. Oh, he is serving the lunch table. He's the caterer that we hire. The school doesn't allow caterers, but we don't care. It's Coffee Dad. Come on. He's super chill. He's there when you need him to be, but he leaves you alone and lets you live your life. It's fantastic. I think he's great. I think he's neat. If I was ever a dad, I want to be like him. His name is Sojiro. Honestly, something that definitely helped, like, he's awesome in the games, but something that definitely helped his image in my mind is that there's a fan comic out there that swapped the adult confidants and the teenage confidants so that, like, Joker and all of his teammates are the adults now, and they decided to make Sojiro the main character. And that comic is hilarious because it's Sojiro, like a super awkward, gangly high school teenage boy living with a full-grown Futaba, and it's hilarious. So that definitely helped. Sojiro's definitely helped his image. Oh wait, that's how Futaba gets to the table. Because, like, if she's not there, then Sojiro's gonna get mad at us for not inviting the little sister. Oh no, it's starting to make sense. We're making a storyline. This is the we're done with P5 wrap-up party, and the tier list is the guest list, and the bottom of the tier is locked outside. Correct. And it's cold outside, and we took their jackets. I can't find the OVA on YouTube. There's an edited version I found. Is that okay? Yeah, probably. As long as it shows everything, I don't care. All right. Goth Doctor, my beloved. Oh, she is so hot. She is confident, mostly. She does little experiments on you and calls you her little guinea pig. It's great. She's just like, oh yeah, I just like filled your veins with like venom. It's whatever. And you freak out and she goes, ha, just kidding. Got you, didn't I? It's like, you bitch. Oh, you're great. I think she's great. I added a 0 to perfection. There we go. I think she's great. I think she's hot. She's got awesome design. Like her spider dress under a lab coat. Yes, please. And she's also like super freaking chill. You show up and you're like, hey, I need stuff to help with my stamina. Yeah, my stamina. And she goes, oh, yeah, okay, for exams, right? Yeah, totally. Cool. Sure, yeah. I'm doing experimental drugs. Do that and I'll make you the coffee patch, you know, from like Meeting the Robinsons. I'll make that for you. Sick! And then she like does all this weird stuff and she's like, hey, just go home, drink water, come back tomorrow, you'll be fine. Takumi. My beloved. If I were to ever play through Persona 5 again, I don't know if I can do that anytime soon, but if I ever did again, I would try to romance her. She was the hardest one to romance. I think I tried once and failed, so I just went back to Makoto because I know how to romance her correctly. Ugh, I love her. I think she's so cool. I think she's so neat. And I'd love for her to come back. She may accidentally kill you during her experiments and we'd thank her for it. Exactly! Exactly! Oh, you'll love the rank 10 sweet talk she does? Oh, sweet talk she does? Ooh, I'm getting excited. Heck yeah. Oh, man. Damn it, I can't play Persona 5 again. I do not have the time right now. Anyways, Maruki. The first time I played Royal, not on stream, first time I played, I thought he was really cute. I thought I fell for the dorky, cute exterior. And I was like, you know what? You're pretty alright, guy. And then he turned out to be the final boss. And his final boss costume is a tragedy against all versions of fashion. Like, even Barbie herself. Like, Sunshine Barbie could not find a good thing about the fashion sense that he had. Oh, Billy. Yeah, rest in peace, voice actor Billy. You did a fantastic job. Oh, God, I want to invite him to the table. Whenever he was just the cute, dorky counselor, he'd be invited. But then he turned out to be the final boss. And I think he's just okay. He's like, you know, you're a good boss. You pose a very good moral question at the very end of the game, of which I will not go into because some people are Not there yet. But like, listen, he brings a really good moral quandary. He really makes you think. And it kind of sucks to have to do that final fight. But you do. And the final fight kind of sucks. But he's a good villain. He's a good confidant turned villain. Alright, I'll say it. I thought he was pretty cool. But I cannot look past his little weird diaper thing. Moving on. Yoshi! Uncle Yoshi! Uncle politician Yoshi man! I want to invite him to the lunch table, but then he'll start talking about social reform, and we just do not need that kind of vibes at the table. I love him. I think he's doing all the good in the world. But I need him to stop talking about social reform. It's Thanksgiving dinner. I want to talk about the weather and the football team that's on TV. I don't want to talk about how we need to be a little more financially liberal in this country. I get it. We do. But not right now. We're carving the turkey. You know? I think he's great. He just wanted the Wii U's. I know, Mark. He just wanted the Wii U's. But he's not allowed to. He lost that privilege. So he needs to shut the fuck up. I love Yoshi. I do, but I need him to stop talking. On the flip side, Liest, I want him to talk forever. I want to continue to listen to the dulcet tones of Matt Mandela Mercer. Of the Matt Mercer jump scare fame. I know. Ugh. He gets invited to the table just because I like the sound of his voice, but I do not like what he's talking about. Just like Futaba, I know all of the confidants are one note. They have to be. Look how many characters there are. However, him constantly talking about the artistic design of the universe gets a little old sometimes. Like, half the times whenever he was speaking during both playthroughs on stream, I was tuning out what he was saying and just listening to the Matt Mercer jump scare sounds. Because Matt Mercer has a very nice voice. Can we all agree with that? Exactly. However, I don't like what he's saying. I haven't liked what he said for a very long time. Except for that one time when he basically verbally bitch slapped the artist. Where is he? Yeah, this slimy little motherfucker. That was awesome. Oh, he has fantastic vocabulary. His vernacular is second to none in this game, other than Lavenza, which is why I'm really glad that Yosuke, Matt Mercer, and Lavenza never met, because those two would just have like a spelling bee off. I don't know how you do a spelling bee off, but they'd figure it out. Just looked up Marky's metaverse outfit and learned he's wearing of course he's wearing a jock strap. Careful on the spoilers though, T's probably still here. Yosuke, the character that completely made characters wonder, why can't I romance dudes? I don't know if it was him that made you wonder. Honestly, I think it was Ryuji for a bunch of us, because I wanted to romance Ryuji so freaking bad. And the game gets so freaking close to letting you. There's so many options where you can tease them and flirt with them a little bit. And then the game like abruptly stops and is like, hold on, you weren't supposed to choose that option. Hold on. They did meet before the rematch with the cup. They? Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't remember. That part of the game's a little bit of a blur. We also had the bad jar incident. Oh, we don't talk about the bad jar incident. Anyways, Machinima! This boy has come back to haunt me. It has come back to haunt me. So I was working on this project, and a bunch of the names were Japanese because it was originally a Japanese game. And one of the characters' names was Mishima. You know, same as this guy. But while I was recording, I kept saying Machinima. And the director was so confused. And I asked if we could take a break because I needed water, but also I needed a second to collect myself because I was about to bust out laughing. He's like, why do you keep calling him Machinima? And I was like, well, you know, I live stream and I was playing Persona and I called him Mishima because he doesn't deserve the rights of having his real name said. And The director busted out laughing because he loves Persona games as well. But just like, it took me way too long to remember his name is Mishima, not Machinima. He is a Cinnamoroll who idolizes us, but he also talks about the fan site way too freaking much. And so every turn, basically I could, where Machinima here would run up and be like, oh my gosh, let me talk to you about things. I literally just turned to him and said, who? Who are you? And it pissed, and like it made him so sad. It kind of felt like I was kicking a puppy. But worth it, because it was a funny running gag of mine. Speaking of characters who would have been better than Mary Sue, I know! Honestly, Sai would have been kick-ass, but honestly, Machinima was right there the entire time. That would have been the most smoothest, that would have been the smoothest transition into a new Persona wielder. Without being the, hey, look at me, hey, you know? That Sumi had. Machinima would have been kick-ass. Honestly, I think I would have had the same reaction of him getting a Persona as her getting a Persona, as Sophie getting a Persona, because I didn't really see that coming. She already kind of had one. He would just be a natural progression. But no, we have to have a new waifu for some reason. I never liked this guy, specifically for his haircut. I do not like Kamoshida's haircut. It is nasty. It is nasty. But he's slightly better than Frankie. He is actual human garbage. Honestly, in the Persona 5 game, I am still of the personal belief that the first palace goes really freaking hard, and then the rest are tame by comparison. Kamoshida is an absolute example of that. He not only is an aggressor, an aggravator, he blackmails students, he physically abuses them, and then he also sexually assaults and grooms multiple students. Like, he is by far the worst. Like, listen, yeah, gang member who's blackmailing students. That sucks. But this guy was literally grooming young female minds for his blehness. Disgusting. Hate him. Yeah, exactly. And after we defeat him, he just goes away. We never see him again. Unlike these two. Exactly. Everybody drink water with me. And he drove people to do crazy things. Hate you. Alright, so we got a mobile character. This guy... looks like he's got like a butterfly like handkerchief ascot going on. Is he the new Velvet Room person? Name is Yukimi, wears a collar higher than wolves, thigh-high steel leggings, and uses a flail. Oh, hell yeah! He's sitting right next to her. Those two, they shit talk. They drink boba tea and shit talk at the table, and they're invited all. Oh, excuse me. And she is always invited. Like, both of them are always invited, not because they're particularly good at conversation. They're kind of shy. They're always just talking to each other. But, like, you get the juiciest little freaking nuggets of gossip from these two. Specifically her. She is that bitch. She's the hot Cheeto girl of this entire group, I think. And I love that for her. She's absolutely invited to the table. Need US supremacy? Let's go! Yeah, boy! I'm so glad you agree. Alright, police lady. Police lady. I was fully prepared for her to be. I was fully prepared for her to be a part of the problem. Kind of like how Sai's boss was. Like a part of the problem and then was like gotten rid of. I was fully ready for it. But then... you know, she wasn't. She was actually helpful. She was great, actually. So you know what? She's not invited to the table. We don't want narcs at the table. But she's okay in my book. She's alright. See, that's the thing. I feel like if Strikers was longer, I feel like the police lady would have been a bad guy. And I feel like Itchy Nose, wherever I put her, would have been, A lot more fleshed out. There she is. A lot more fleshed out. And Toby Stank would have been a lot more fleshed out. And you would have been a bad guy. And the politician, where'd you go? Where'd you go? This guy would have been a lot more evil. But no, they just kind of, they gave up. I guess they ran out of game runtime. No narcs at the table. Why is Gramps the only fan he's not invited to it? He's a narc. Alright? At the end of the day, he might be a fan of Thief, but he's also still a policeman. He's a fucking narc, alright? Emma. Emma. The sole successor to Siri. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Where to put her? All I can really think of is just to put her in the category, you know? Because I feel like something that Emma suffered from in Strikers is that it could be comparable to the fan site popularity poll. For those who don't know, in the original Persona 5 game, there's a popularity poll that's set up kind of towards the beginning of the game, specifically by Machinima, that shows that, like, with each great deed that we ever do, our popularity hikes up. Like, it's an actual thing that you can see and kind of experience. And honestly, the first time I ever played Persona 5 proper, I was cheering on whenever that number went up. I thought it was great. I really felt that in my soul. And then the popularity thing happens, where, like, it plummets, because turns out it was all a ploy, and it was all fake. Because of course it was. I felt that. I felt that whenever we got defeated, and then also our popularity went down into the zeros. And so I feel like Emma could have been a second version of that, where we used her, and then we realized that she was a part of the problem, and then not only a part of the problem, she is the problem. And that could have been really interesting. But no, the entire time, we had Emma's little sister, Sophie, the entire time. And she filled in the Emma role. She did all the researching for us. She did all the navigating and stuff. So all we really got to hear about Emma was how everybody else used her. How she affected everyone else, not us. And I feel like that was a missed story opportunity. Voiced by Siri, yeah, right. Emma, the Siri who became a god. Truly. The storyline of, like, every 80s action movie. Alright. The cup. The fucking cup. Ugh. There's so many things I could say. Was a lunch table without cups? I think we'll be okay without freaking chalices made of human dreams. The chalice is it's complicated for me. It really is. Wait, if Sophie was made first, doesn't that make her the older sister? Emma was made first. Emma was made first, and then Sophie was made second, so little sister. Persona? Haha, high voltage. Was Sophie first? I thought Emma was first. Oh, right, she was the prototype. Yeah, but Sophie gives, like, the younger sister a vibe. So, there's that. Wait, no, that's right. Emma was the younger sister, because going from the lowly state that she was into a god person, that's such a younger sibling move. That's right. Anyways, the cup. The cup is... I think it's a really interesting concept. That, like, the masses came together and this, like, evil entity, like, took all of those desires and, like, twisted them into, like, subjugation. They becomes, like, this cup, and then this, like, pyramid thing, and then this, like, chariot thing, and then it just unfolds itself into God that I get to shoot in the face. That is a kick-ass villain. That is a cool villain. I want to tell him to shut up because he does talk too much. I do want to say literally, who are you? Because he thinks he's the second coming of Christ. But ultimately, at the end of the day, God deserves no rights. I shot him in the face, and he deserved it. Okay? He fucking deserved it. For as many cringy, like, statements of the die slow motherfucker I said while I was shooting him in the face, whatever. I deserved every single one of them. Yeah, it happened in Cheetos, but it also kind of happened in the cups. Or does it? No, the cup just unfolds and turns into God. It doesn't matter. I hate him. Goro Kechi in absolute perfection. Zam. Yeah, it's my murder husband. What of it? Oh, is this a taxi lady? She's cute. She looks a bit angry though. I don't know. She looks kind of angry. I don't know if I want to invite her to the lunch table. Vavaroom? That's a Pokemon, ain't it? Why are you talking Pokemon, Voltage? We ain't got time for Pokemon. Yeah, give me the rundown. I want to know what this lady's deal is. Because she looks kind of like a little devil. Wait, 10 years in the future. Is this Joker's kid? Watch this be like Joker's kid. That'd be fucking wild. Kid Narsen had a kid. Ugh. God, imagine. Also, hi Voltage. Thank you so much for the resub. You said Zatazo? Zatazo? Who needs Pokemon when you have a Sega Saturn? Yeah. Yeah, what you said. Definitely. Her name is Elle, and she's leading some sort of revolution in the metaverse, known for being a fearless leader. Huh. Huh. Okay. Withholding judgment. But... Okay. Okay. She's got a cool design. She is a fearless leader leading a revolution. She can hear the people singing the song of angry men. All right. I like her so far. I could easily foresee her getting absolutely shafted like Frankie did, but for right now, she's pretty okay with me. So, everyone, this is the Persona 5 Cinematic Universe cat tier list. Take all the screenshots that you need. I'll probably also be taking a screenshot. Duplicate the tab. Why? What, just because you added Toothpick's mom? Okay. Okay. God damn it. Alright. Just kidding. There's a couple more. Alright. Wakaba. Other than sounding like the Pac-Man sound effect, this is Toothpick's mother. She is dead. This motherfucker. He is the worst. And I hate him for obvious reasons. I need him to also shut the fuck up. He's constantly talking about how beautiful he is and how confused he is and how he's so glad he's human because he's always been human. I need him to shut up. He gets more rights. You know what? He's pretty, and whenever I walk away, he doesn't follow me and keep telling me to go to bed. Alright? He's allowed some rights. This lady looks like an older sister who went to college and realized she was a raging lesbian. And I mean that in the best way possible. So she gets a solid, Her name is Enna, and in the mobile game she runs LeBlanc after Sojourner is retired. What? Who said that Coffee Dad could retire? Who said that he could do that? What the fuck? No, seriously. Who said he could retire? Nope. Absolutely not. Atlas said it. I don't care. Atlas has no right. Alright, who's this guy? He looks like he's 2 seconds away from a 5 o'clock shadow and a divorce. Yuji, and he's the first big bad in the mobile game. What did I say? 2 seconds away from a 5 o'clock shadow and a divorce. He gets the No, he's under here. He gets the He looks like a little rat bastard. Because Alice said hot waifus sell more than merch. Yeah, but if they wanted a hot waifu, they could have made her look less like she was a gay pride member. Alright? No, you know what? This guy looks like he's talking too much. I'm gonna tell him to shut up too. Her, on the other hand. He got his villain arc because Mobile Game Girl beat him in baseball. Please tell me that's it. Please tell me that's actually a thing. That's hilarious. That's all you can get? Wait, that's actually what happened? That's hilarious! Yeah, you definitely go in the shut up category. Okay. You're cute. Kumi. New teacher? Oh, I thought she would have been a student. You're gonna right next to the original hot teacher. Because I'm not sure about you. You look like you're a high school student pretending to be a teacher to get out of detention. I don't know how to feel about you. She's pretty. She gets to go next to them. Because she says she doesn't like to talk about drama. She says she's not there for the gossip, but she is. She has just as much gossip as anybody else. Ah, you're the new assistant. Wait, you're the new assistant? But you don't have the yellow eyes. What the hell? Usually the assistants, if I'm not mistaken, usually has like silvery, light pale hair, which she does, and the gold eyes. The gold eyes are usually like you're the thing. So, what happened? What happened here? Why she got silver eyes? Those are not yellow. Those are silver. I can see them. All right, you. You. I don't know how to politely say this, but she looks like bait. She looks like waifu, like guys who like them young looking bait, and I don't like it. She looks like she's either gonna start shy and then gain her confidence like Futaba did, or she's a bitch. She looks like the beta version of Futaba. That's what I'm saying. Tomoko, and she's one of your classmates at Shujin. Yeah, she definitely becomes a team member, but like, I don't like the look of her. She's a trap. I don't know how she's a trap, but she's a trap. I just know it. And last but not least, Lala. Look at her. She's so pretty. She's so pretty and so confident. And she's like, oh, you boys are so charming. I run a bar. And she's like so responsible, unlike, you know, the people she lets in the bar. I don't care that she doesn't go to high school. She's absolutely invited to the table. Maybe she's helping Coffee Dad with the catering. Why she never got a face portrait, I'll never understand. The game, listen, Atlas is a coward. They don't let you date Ryuji. They don't let Lala be more important. Like, they cowered out on so many things and then, like, double down on so many other odd things. It's weird. It's really weird. Are you forgetting anybody else? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure these are all the main players. Other than that gross lawyer guy that Sai works for, but we don't want to talk about him. He's disgusting. Doesn't Japan have a bias against drag? It does! It has a bias against drag and it has a bias against gays. That's why Atlas are cowards. They know that these games are going to sell super well internationally, and yet, the only blatant homosexual / drag reference that they have is a one-off joke that's not even fully animated with Ryuji getting dragged off to go get makeup put on his face. And by the time we see him again, all the makeup is gone. Atlas, you cowards. Give the people what they want. They've been suspiciously quiet since I started streaming this. And with that, this is the most up-to-date / is the tier list by me. You know, the final say in all things Persona, obviously. P5 Cinematic Universe characters. So any tiers need reordered? Nah,
I'm pretty happy with these. We got our absolute perfection, our sit at the lunch table, our okay, our shut the fuck up, our literally who are you, and the absolutely does not deserve any rights. This is the definitive, currently at this time, the year of our Lord 2023, P5 cinematic tier list. Thank you for joining me, everybody. This is not the end of the stream, but this is the end of this section of the stream. Take your screenshots. I definitely will, and probably post it to the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, you should join. And then we're gonna take a little breaky break where I can get part 2 set up and to get up and stretch my legs because I can feel them locking up. I've started running longer distances to try and like build up my endurance, and that was a mistake. Are you gonna watch the video I sent you after stream finishes? Yeah, probably, but stream's not finished yet. Anyways, yeah, I will be right back, everybody. As always, straighten your backs, unclench your jaws, drink some Hagen water, and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, bye-bye.